Hello, and welcome to my post-game analysis of Week 2 of Season 9 of the Castelia Battle Network. For Week 2, I was up against Nue, who has the restricted duo of Deoxys and Dialga Origin. So, as you can see from the team preview, this is a Psyspam team with Deoxys. There was also a Hisuian Braviary on the draft, which did not come. So basically, I just had to bring counter terrain measures here. So one of the main things that I have is the Prankster Electric Terrain on the Thunderous, which was originally going to be an anti-Darkrai tech, but it also works here. I also have Ice Spinner on Scarf Urshifu, and and I have the Psychic Seed on the Crocodile because that kind of helps it take hits from Deoxys. So here I just lead with Thundy and Urshifu. Since my Urshifu is Scarf, then I know that this is Scarf on the Pheasantipity, so it's Scarfed into Dazzling Gleam. So I just bring out my Arceus because I do not want to switch in Giratina to a Dragon Pulse. And then I go for a Snarl because I want to lower the, these things are both probably special attackers, so and since I saw Dazzling Gleam on the Fez, then I am reasonably certain that they are both special attackers. So I'm just going to keep clicking Snarl here because that really hinders the damage I can deal, and I can start putting on pressure with my E-Killer Arceus. However, I do miss Snarl on the Dialga, which kind of sucks. That was one of the main things I wanted to hit there. Obviously, it was important to hit both, but they do get the Trick Room up here. Which means that, I do have the extreme speed on Arceus to, have +2 priority, but I do need to Stomping Tantrum the Dialga because, obviously it resists extreme speed. And because I did not get the special attack drop on the Dialga, that means that my Arceus is 2-hit KO'd by Dialga, so that is kind of unfortunate, but that's the risk you run when running Snarl. So I just Volt Switch out into Giratina. Because, I think I go Giratina here. I'm considering going Urshifu, but I do go to Urshifu. Never mind, I misremembered. So, I bring out the Urshifu here. I do have the Protect on the Arceus, and they do bring out the Indeedee. Okay, yeah, I remember. No, so my play that I want to go for is Protect on Arceus and Ice Spinner to clear the terrain so that I can then +2 E-Speed kill Indeedee, and then Giratina wins the 1v1 in the end. However, I do not Terra the Urshifu. I should have Terra'd Urshifu here, but I assumed that Urshifu was either safe or dead, and so I don't Terra, and I end up dying to Helmet, which means that I don't actually clear the terrain, because if you die to Helmet, then the secondary effect of your move does not go off. So if I had clicked Terra Water here, then I would have cleared terrain and won the game. But because of that, I'm now in a pretty tough position because, now, I can go for electric terrain, but I already protected with Arceus, and E-Speed out-prioritizes the Prankster, so I kind of have to go to Giratina and try to, have the Dialga target the Giratina instead of Arceus, but I kind of want a Giratina in the back to, clean up here. I feel like, weakened Arceus is alone is not able to finish the game. So I just go for the Stomping Tantrum, hoping that I can kill the Dialga, but it lives on 1 HP. So that basically seals the game because, terrain is still up. I wasn't able to clear it earlier. Even if I, protect in electric terrain, which is like the only hope that I have, then if they simply target the Thunderous, it was kind of a 50-50. Like I could have read that they would Dragon Pulse the Thunderous here and just gone for the Tantrum, but ultimately I was far enough behind from the misplay on not clicking Terra on Urshifu, plus Dialga living on 1, that this was basically over. So I am now thinking about Game 2 from this position, and so I'm thinking. So I bring the Crocodile Game 3, so I'm thinking I bring Magmortar Game 2, because if they bring the Dialga again, then Magmortar is pretty strong. It does have Spadef investment, so it can, kind of tank the Dragon Pulses for Arceus, and then I can put on a decent amount of pressure. If they bring the Chi-Yu again, then I do have the Scorching Sands to hit that. So I'm thinking that that seems like a pretty decent route to go. And yeah, and I have the Urshifu Rapid Strike. I feel that Urshifu is the main way I'm going to win this matchup because, you know, like last game they just protected in front of it. I guess like either just calling my bluff that I wouldn't just CC into that slot, or forgetting about Unseen Fist. I guess we will see which of those it is. But yeah, so I just lock in the Magmortar for game 2. And we see that they lead with Pheasantipity and Indeedee this time, so they get the terrain up immediately. And I think that I forget, do I lock in the U-turn turn-wise? I think I go for U-turn. And yeah, so they bring in the Chi-Yu, which I'm fine with because Magmortar is pretty decent against Chi-Yu. Going for U-turn is like, if I had gone for Surging Strikes this turn, then I would have just killed Chi-Yu, but I didn't want to attack into the Helmet Mon, or at least like not with a multi-hit move. I want to kind of preserve some HP on this, so I can take hits from the Scarf Pheasantipity. So they go for Gleam. That got cut out somehow, I'm not sure. But I just U-turn into the I forget, do I go Arceus? I'm thinking about it. I think I go Thundurus. Yeah, I go to Thundurus because, you know, I have the Electro Web, and I confirmed no Choice Scarf last game. I did launch the taunt into the Indeedee slot just in case it went for a Follow Me. So yeah, they go for Gleam again, and they do finally land a Toxic Chain with the Pheasantipity. So, but I don't really care about that too much. I go for the Electro Web into Scorching Sands because my Magmortar is EV to outspeed at -1. So yeah, I can just take care of the Chi-Yu and see what they want to go into next. Magmortar is modest, like it's like high special defense, but then like modest with like a little bit of investment to hit the jump point. So I do decent damage into Pheasantipity as well, but they go for the Deoxys. I do have the Electric Terrain in order to turn off the Psychic Terrain, so I go for that. That also got cut. But yeah, so they just go for the normal Expanding Force because it's just no longer a Spread move, and I live and eat the Citrus Berry. And yeah, Dazzling Gleam is not doing very much because Pheasantipity is not strong, and we do see the Focus Dash on the Deoxys. So I'm just thinking from this point, I know that they have the play open of switch to Indeedee plus Expanding Force, and I don't mind both going down here because as long as I can bring out Arceus and Urshifu at the same time, then I can guarantee clear terrain with Ice Spinner after Indeedee comes out. And then I also have Extreme Speed to Pressure, so I kind of want Indeedee to come out here. So I kind of just, you know, I could be going for Mind Games of like clicking Electric Terrain this turn, again trying to catch the Indeedee, but that would just lead to only one Mon dying when I want both to die. So this turn they do make the play of Expanding Force killing both, and at this point I know that I've won, because you know, like the only thing they can try to do is like, they can only switch out one of them, and they need to switch out both in order to reset the terrain because Urshifu can attack or protect, and I am Scarf Sun faster. So now I'm thinking about game 3. I haven't brought the Crocodile yet, so I'm thinking that I want to do that since they did lead with the Indeedee this game. So getting the Psychic Seed off would be beneficial. I'd have a super effective attack into basically everything. Like, you know, knockoff hits the Indeedee and Deoxys, but any attack will kill Deoxys, not counting Focus Sash. And I have the Earthquake to hit both Pheasantipity and the Dialga. So I'm thinking that that's the route that I want to go for game 3. And yeah, so they go for the Expanded Force, they crit, but because terrain is down, then I'm fine. So because, you know, I clear terrain, Follow Me went off because, you know, I had to, otherwise Deoxys would die, and now I just have a safe Extreme Speed and Ice Spinner for the win. So Yeah, I think game 3. Do I do Thunderous in the lead again, or do I leave Thunderous behind? I don't remember. But yeah, I guess yeah, I'm thinking they might return to the Dialga mode because they won with that game 1. But I'm leaving the option open for the Psyspam again. I'm thinking they might do both, like bring like a Indeedee Dialga lead and then Deoxys in the back, or like they seem to really like this Fezandipity, so they might like do Indeedee Fez and then Deoxys Dialga in the back, but because Chiyu kind of just died both games. So yeah, I lead with Urshifu and Crocodile because Urshifu is good pressure turn 1, and if they do lead Indeedee, then that's good for the Crocodile. If they don't lead Indeedee, then that's great for Urshifu. So and then I bring Thundurus and Arceus in the back. So yeah, I should have cut this part out. We love Scarlet and Violet lag. Yeah, so game 3 starts, and hold on. Yeah, so we see Fezandipity and Chiyu in the lead, so there is no Indeedee. But Urshifu is pretty free to just Terra turn 1 because Fezandipity is just going to be clicking Gleam again. And Chiyu may want to switch, otherwise it just dies. But we see that it does not switch. So I think it just launched Close Combat because I think this was like Terra Grass. So if I went for Surging Strikes, then it wouldn't have killed if they predicted and went for Terra. So I just clicked with safe CC because I know that Fez is faster, so the drops don't really matter because I'll probably want to be switching the next turn anyway. And if they did switch to Indeedee, then I would not take full helmet damage, and it would also proc my Psychic Seed on my Crook to take less from Gleam, so it's pretty safe. And then I just go for a knockoff into Fez to remove the Scarf, so my Urshifu is now faster than everything on their team. And yeah, I think Crook may also outspeed Fez at this point, I don't really remember, but Earthquake is a pretty good option at this point. I can just switch to Thund and go for Earthquake, and then I also have the option of knock off into the Indeedee to remove the helmet and do a lot of damage. But we do have the Psychic Seed boost, so I can kind of just ignore the Fez if I want to. And we do see that they go for the Terra Bug on the Fezandipity. So, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think they went for Terra in a previous game, so yeah, but Terra Bug is like okay. I mean, it lets them resist the Earthquake that's coming out. They do get a crit on Thundy, and they still do nothing because Fez is like the weakest Pokemon of all time. But yeah, I just get some chip damage. I put Indeedee into knockoff range, I'm pretty sure. Crook lives because of the Psychic Seed. So yeah, I just go for Electro Web to drop the speed so that I can outspeed the Fez. And then just kill with the knockoff, so double down here because Rocky Helmet kills my Crook. But I am more than happy to trade this because that means that I can guaranteed remove the terrain for the rest of the game if there is the Deoxys in the back. And then also I have like, yeah, well, if the Deoxys is in the back, then they are forced to bring it out this turn also. And because my Urshifu guaranteed outspeeds, and I have Surging Strikes and I go through Protect, and there's nothing they can do. I just have a safe Surging Strikes and Volt Switch play. The Volt Switch is unnecessary. I'm just switching to Arceus to preserve Differential because Pokemon Differential is a secondary tiebreaker in this league. So yeah, I just go for the Surging Strikes into Deoxys to get the kill. And yeah, as always, this animation is like the longest of all time. But yeah, Deoxys does go down. And then I launch Volt Switch into the Fezandipity, and then on the next turn I can just kill with the well, not extreme speed because terrain is up, so I kill with Surging Strikes. So yeah, that was week 2. Good game to my opponent. Yeah, we do see the Icy win, but that doesn't matter because yeah, well, for one, it can't kill either, and also it's already a -1, so it gets up speed anyway. So yeah, Surging Strikes gets the kill, and that is the set. So yeah, I mean, had some kind of bad luck game 1, pretty big misplay, but I was able to bring it back and properly manage the terrain. So yeah, I will see you next week.